Hey, it's Jamie Jewett here, back with Block One Sports, doing a little interview with Ryan Farrag. Is it Farrag, Ryan?
FARRAG, yeah, FARRAG.
You're not a relative of Nigel Farage or nothing,
No,
no.
no, no.
How
Nothing,
you doing,
nothing
bro? How you
technical
getting
there.
on? How's training and everything going? I know you got a fight this Friday. Not the fight you wanted, but how's camp going nonetheless?
Yeah, no, camp's going great. Just building from the last fight, really.
Yeah.
Against Academy, had a good performance there, and yeah, it's nice to be back in the gym working again. Like you say, it's not the fight that we wanted, but you know, it'll be nice to still go out and put on a good performance again.
That's it. You got to stay busy, haven't you? Look, let's just dive straight into the nitty gritty, right? I mean, Marcel Braithwaite, you guys had a hell of a scrap. It was June 2023, is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Think so.
you were supposed to have a rematch on
Yeah,
Dazn Friday night
yeah.
in Liverpool. You know, a lot of needle, a lot of build up, a lot of score settling to be done. And what's happened to that fight? What's happened from your side of things? What did you hear?
I heard the first thing I heard about that was that Marcel had been legged, as they would say in Liverpool. He'd been legged by his gym, which means the gym had kicked him out.
Right.
So straight away, I called Steve and said, "I'm hearing rumours here that he's been kicked out the gym. Is he gonna just letting you know a heads up?" And Steve confirmed it, and a couple of days later, was like, "Yeah, he's being kicked out." But I thought he'd just go and find another gym. You know what I mean? Like most boxers would. I don't. But no, he didn't answer his phone when Steve phoned him. And do you know what? Have you seen that Homer Simpson meme where he just goes back into the bush? That's like what I've got in my head of Marcel doing. Yeah, just like sloping back into this bush. He just disappeared. No one's heard of him. I even messaged him myself, like just saying, "What's happening? Are you taking the fight or are you pulling out?" I didn't say nothing else other than that, and he just blanked me message. I think he's deleted his Instagram.
I was about to touch on that because I went to look on his Instagram as well, and it was going up to nothing. So
Yeah.
it
I
looks
mean,
like he has.
do you know what? On one side, I think I hope the lad's all right. Do you know what I mean? Because I think, I've never seen that before in boxing.
No.
That someone just doesn't answer the phone. You
Mm.
know, so it's a bit of a mad one. I hope he's all right. And then the other side of me is just like, I wanted that fight. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Mm.
was like that first fight. Like I'd had a long time out the ring, and we had a great fight. Do you know what I mean? But like I've been putting some serious work in lately, and I was expecting a much better performance from myself from that fight. So
Mm.
devastated. Like my little boy, that was just the first fight that he watched. Yeah, he's 5 now. That was the first fight he'd watched, and like he'd been saying to me for weeks, "Dad, when Marcel does this, you do this." He's only 5, and like I wanted to show him that. But at the end of the day, I hope the lad's all right, and it's one of them. What's he gonna do now? He can't. No one will take him seriously if he does decide to fight again. So, even though
Listen,
I would like that fight again, I don't think he would deserve the opportunity for what he's
mm.
done.
Look, it shows a big part of your character because, like I said, I mean, there's one thing you can take from that, and that's be pissed off of all the time you've wasted in the gym. That's been all the expectation from you and your family to have that fight, the things you were going to move on to after that fight, all of that stuff falling apart because somebody's not fucking turned up at the end of the day, and that can piss you off. But as you've said, I think rightly, if he's deleted Instagram, he had a decent Instagram following. He's obviously, good fighter, had a good career, and then to drop off the face of the earth like that, he's not normal. So it's good of you to say that. Like obviously, everyone wishes that hopes he's all right and whatever's gone on. It's almost like we need a bit of context about what the fuck's happened before we can
Yeah,
get
just
too
a bit of
angry about
closure on it. Do you know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah,
Like what happened? Like why isn't that fight there no more?
yeah,
Like you gone from like going around town with his belts to just disappearing. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, Because do you know what? It was my sister who said to me. She was like, you've got to be careful, right? Mental health and all that. And I did think, because as boxers, we just think about our side of it. We just think, oh, we've lost out on an opportunity, and it is like that most of the time. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just a strange one, isn't it? Like how he would just disappear like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, your side of it, like we've said, the facts are the facts, your side, and all that stuff, that all the preparation and stuff has been for nothing now, and it has been a hell of a lot of disappointment, which you're obviously entitled to feel, and I'd feel it for you, and I think everyone around you feels it for you and your team and all of that. But yeah, saying the other facts from his side and how unusual it is, I think that is definitely the right way to look at it. And it's like, once you got some closure and some context, then you can sort of decide if you're pissed off or if you're just, if you're
if that was me, and like I just ruined someone's opportunity, I'd just phone them and just say, look, it's like this. But like I say, you don't know what's going on with the lad, so it's just a mad one.
There you go. So my question now would be: say he comes back, we get a bit of context, he resurfaces. Is that a fight that you're still going to want, or do you think after this now you think it's too little, too late, and you reckon you're probably going to want to move on to bigger and better things after this? I know there were talks of you going on to a world title fight after that Marcel fight. If you righted the wrongs, and in the way you've just said, in a much more impressive fashion, you went in there and made a statement after your close fight. You said you had a layoff. You went in there, made a statement, won that fight. There was talks of a world title fight. So if Marcel was to come back after this fight you have on Friday, would you entertain that next, or would you want to let it lie and move on?
It all depends, doesn't it, on like his reasons for not fighting? Because I think if he come back and went, look, my gym just told me to leave, I was going through a little bit of shit, and held his hands up, then yeah, why not? But just to not even answer the phone to Steve, when he signed a contract for a fight, to just disappear like that. He's either a big shit house, excuse me language, but it's either that or he's going through some stuff. So, and if he was going through some stuff and he come back and held his hands up like that, then yeah, why not? Why not give him the opportunity again? Because I want that fight, and it'd be a great fight again.
And let's face it, we all know about build-ups. We know that you need a bit of narrative behind fights. That's why a bit of needle helps, and pushing and shoving and all that sort of stuff at press conferences. But a natural build-up like this with some fucking unusual things going on, like this disappearance, if it does come back, he puts his hands in the air, it was something legitimate, that it was out of his control, but he still wants to fight with you. All of these ups and downs just build up to a bigger and bigger fight. They create that want from the public as well as from yourself, and it makes it bigger. So I guess words out to him right now is, if you do listen to this, whatever it is, if you do come back, that fight could potentially be there. And it could be within reason even bigger than it was, and a great fight for you both. So wherever he is, I guess you'd want to say to him, he's here if you want it, as long as you haven't been a knobhead, so to speak.
Definitely, like spot on. Like if he can come back from this and just say, look, just hold his hands up and say, look, I was in a gym, they told me to go, I didn't know what to do, my head was up my arse, whatever. Then yeah, let's do it again. Like everyone in Liverpool loves it when two Scousers fight each other, because it's just
rowdy crowd as well, isn't they?
Yeah, and it's a very big sport in Liverpool, so it's it's a very big fight for the city. So it would be nice, but it's funny because I was talking about it the other day to somebody, and I was saying that, and I was like, yeah, why give him the opportunity again? But when you look at it on the other side of, he might have a legitimate reason, and might have just I don't know, his head might be literally up his ass,
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if you're watching, lads, get in touch with Steve and, straighten it up.
Yeah. Well, look, that's good. And I'm not going to touch on him too much then. We're not here to go and dig the fella out until we know what's going on. That's not what this interview's about, but I think that's a good message from you, Ryan. Wish him all the best if it is a situation out of his control. Fight is still there. Fight could be bigger and better than ever. So, yeah, if you're listening, then that's Ryan's message to you. But moving on, Ryan, What are your goals? Obviously, if you were that close to a world title shot, you've had a great career already. You know, I mean, big things are obviously in front of you. You're Friday nights on Dazn now, massive platform, Block One Sports coming through behind you. You've got a hell of a lot ahead of you now. What are some of the names in this division you'd look forward to fighting? There's quite a few names out there. Big uns, obviously, being Bam Rodriguez and people like that. What's in what's in your sights?
Yeah, well, like you say, there, world title first, and I can't remember the fella's name who Marcel just boxed, the South African. I can't remember his name. He's got a mad name, but I wanted to go over there. Obviously, this fight was for the IBO Intercontinental, and that would have put me in place for that world title.
Was it the last fella he boxed?
Yeah, yeah,
Nantapec.
that's him. Yeah,
That's it.
that's
Yeah.
him in South Africa. Yeah, he's got the IBO world title now, and that was looking likely had I have done the job on Marcel next week. So I don't know what the path would be now. I'll have to speak to Steve, but maybe Marcel will come back and we'll have that for the IBO Intercontinental again, and then I'll go on to that world title. I don't know, but the game plan is get that world title and then any of the world title, like Bam Rodriguez was being spoke about in our gym before.
Is he someone you sparred before?
I've never sparred him.
No.
Obviously, I've been training with Sonny in the gym. Sonny's been training with us for this fight with Galal. He's boxed him, you know what I mean? And he's a good fight. He's the best, isn't he? He's the best, and that's what you should be aiming for. That's what I'm aiming for. If I try against the best and I don't succeed, then I tried against the best. You know what I mean? What more do you want?
And there's still Srisaket Sorungrasai and people like that around in the division. Is he still fighting? I'm pretty sure the guy.
Who, sorry?
Rungvisai.
Where's he from?
Yeah, the Thai guy. Is Srisaket or Siriset Sorungrasai? You know,
I don't know.
recognise the name?
Do you know what? I'm not the best at keeping names. I'm one of them usually who we fight.
Put him in front of me and I'll fight him. Yeah.
But I like Chris and Steve, Chris, my coach, and Steve, my manager, both know that I'll fight at super flyweight. I'll fight anyone, but it's getting myself into that position for them big fights. So if I get that IBO world title, then if the other champions want to unify, then they'll have to fight me, and that'll be my.
It's always getting a good ticket in there, isn't it, to make these guys fight? I know boxing can be a bit of a political sport sometimes, and it can be kind of like, risk versus reward. And if someone like yourself who's dangerous enough to not want to fight unless there's a big reward, then you kind of need to get yourselves them belts to force their hand a bit, don't you? So yeah. I'm guessing that's your goal here, is to fight on Friday night, see what happens with Marcel. Find your way to one of them world titles, and then get those big fights down the line, which honestly, all the best with. It sounds like a great plan, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what happens in this story with yourself and Marcel, because it is a fight I'd like to see again. It's something I'd like to see you be able to rectify for your son and move on and achieve all of that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, it is. It's one of them, it's like I say, I've seen a lot of things in boxing, but I've had fights fall off, the top of the bill fell off, or someone gets injured, but this is just a brand new experience. It's like, what? He's just never answered the phone. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. We fight next Friday. I'm looking forward to getting back out. So.
Awesome, mate. Well, look, I'm looking forward to being there ringside to watch you. And yeah, all the best with the rest of your training camp. I'm sure it's pretty much over now and you're having a little rest. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing you at the weigh-in and then the fight. And best of luck with everything, Ryan.
Cheers, mate. Nice one. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you. Thanks.
You too, mate. See ya.
All right, mate.